Hello and welcome back to the course. In this video, we will look at the installation steps of SonarQube. Before we do that, let's quickly understand what SonarQube is. SonarQube is an open source platform that is widely used for both static as well as dynamic code analysis. SonarQube collects and analyzes source code, measuring quality and providing reports for your projects continuously over time. It also offers a wide variety of reports, including duplicated code, coding standards, unit tests, code coverage, code complexity, comments, bugs, and security vulnerabilities. Now let's look at some of the important features of SonarQube. Continuous inspection of code. SonarQube can give you continuous reports on the overall quality of your code and also highlight issues when they're newly introduced. This can help us to address them quickly. Centralizing the quality rules. SonarQube can serve as a centralized repository where all the code quality related rules for your organization can exist and act as a tool gate for an application promotion or release. The third thing is the DevOps integration. SonarQube integrates with the entire DevOps toolchain, including build systems, CI engines, and promotion pipelines. Enforcing quality gate. SonarQube can enable you to define thresholds for quality metrics, which can define whether a new version of a project can go into production or not. Example, you can define saying that 60% of your code needs to have test cases written. Dig into issues. The issues page of a project gives you full power to analyze in detail what the main issues are, where they are located, when they were added to your code base, and who originally introduced them. Visualize the history of a project. The activity page can help you dig into details of the history of a project very easily and precisely to better understand what happened in the past. Okay, now let's jump into the installation procedure. Let me just open up Google here and search for download SonarQube. And the first link here should take us to the download page of SonarQube. Here we are. Let's come down and download the long-term support version because this is going to be much more stabler, right? And obviously there are two editions available. One is the commercial edition, which costs us money, and the other one is the community edition, which is an open source one. So let's click on this community edition 6.7.5, and that should start the download process for it. Let's quickly save this to start the download process. The download is now complete. Let's go ahead and unzip this file. Let me right click, say extract files. Let me choose the location. I'm going to keep this under program files and SonarQube folder. Right. Let me click on OK. And that should start the extraction process. The extraction is now complete. Let's go down to the folder where we've placed SonarQube. That's under program files and then SonarQube. There you go. This is where we placed it. So let's just go into the folder here, into the bin folder. And here you will see the different configurations available, right? So depending on your configuration, you'll have to choose the appropriate folder. Now, since I am on a 32-bit Windows machine, I'll go into this folder. But if you're on a Mac, you can get into this folder. And if you're on 64-bit Windows, you can get into this folder, right? So let me go in, and inside here is where you find the start sonar.bat. So this is the bash file that you can run to start SonarQube. So let's go ahead and start Sonar. So let me just open up my command prompt here. I am inside this folder. Let's do start sonar.bat, right? And click enter. And that should start the SonarQube instance. Okay, so I am getting an error saying that Sonar could not be started. Let's just go up and find out what's happening. Okay, so looks to be an issue with the JDK path here. So we'll have to go down to the configuration folder. And here you'd find a file called wrapper.conf. Let's open that up. And here you see wrapper.java.command. Here we need to provide the absolute path of where our JDK is installed. Right? So let me go down to my C:, where my Java is installed, and get down to program files, Java, JDK, bin. Perfect. So let me just copy this path here, come back here and paste it. Okay, perfect. Let me save this. And now let's try restarting SonarQube again. We're going to say start sonar.bat, click on enter. Okay, SonarQube is finally up. You see here, process is up and SonarQube is up. So let's go back to our browser here and let's type localhost 9000. This is the default port on which SonarQube will start. There you go, we get the loading icon. And voila. SonarQube is now installed for us. You can click on login here. The default username and password are admin and admin. Let me just log in here. We don't need to generate a token right now. Okay, perfect. So this is the UI for SonarQube. So on this tab, projects is where all of your analysis of projects and their results will be visible once we start running SonarQube analysis. Issues is where all the issues will be present. Rules, this is where all the rules that are configured in SonarQube are present. So let's just look at the Java rules here by clicking on the Java link here. So there are 440 rules that are configured for Java at this point in time, and these are the list of rules, right? We can scroll down to look at all of them, right? And all of them have a classification also, whether it's a bug, whether it's a code smell, whether it's a vulnerability, etc. Right? The next one is the quality profiles. Here is where you can create your own profile and decide to go with a custom set of rules, right? So for example, you are on a development project which is in Spring. So you can say, hey, these are my set of rules and this is the profile that should be used while scanning the code, right? So that is the use of the profiles quality link here, right? Quality gates. Now here is where you can define thresholds for your metrics, and depending on those metrics, you can decide whether that version of the project can go into promotion or not. And finally, we have the administration portion. In the configuration section, you get encryptions, custom metrics, and general settings. Under security, you can add users and assign global permissions. Here are the project related settings, system related settings, and marketplace. Right? So if you're able to see this screen here, it means that you've been able to successfully install SonarQube. Okay, great. So what we've done in this video is we've gotten ourselves introduced to SonarQube, and we've looked at some of the important features, and we went through the installation steps. In the next video, we will look at how to use SonarQube to perform an analysis on our code that we had set up in some of our earlier videos. Until then, take care and happy learning.